Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome to a new series of Kerbal Space Program. Version 1.0 is out, and in fact I think we're to version 1.02. I've just been waiting for all my mods to get updated and stuff, and I have some new mods to play with. That's going to be pretty fun. We're also going to do career mode this time because I feel like they finally polished it out enough that I can actually play it now. Before I wasn't really liking how they were handling things. So let's see our options here. I don't want crews to respawn. Need the auto hires. Yeah. No indestructible assemblies. I don't really like the stock vessels anyway, so we'll leave those off. These two I kinda wish I could turn off, but at the same time, there's a lot of times where I just forget something extremely simple, and when I do that, it doesn't feel fair. So I'm going to leave them on, and just try to avoid doing it. Well, I want to make sure that it's basing it off the moderate settings first. So, no. Oh, you know what, why is moderate different than normal? That doesn't really make sense. Normally moderate and normal mean the same thing. I'll switch it to normal. No missing crews. I kind of want to turn re-entry heating up, because for some reason it's really gentle right now. But I think that they maybe changed that for the 0.02. So I'm going to leave it just in case that it did get changed. I wasn't paying that much attention. I think I'll just leave everything else at 100%. Just one more check. Yeah, we're good. And let's start. I'm going to try to do a little bit of the min-maxy stuff. Have TAC life support on. It's always been one of my favorite mods to have. This makes it so you have to pay attention to water and oxygen and all that stuff. Let's go get some contracts. Yeah, that's easy. This one's easy. Escape the atmosphere. They've changed some of the parts that you start with, so I don't think I can pull this one off anymore. Not easily, at least. Because now you start with an even smaller solid rocket fuel booster. So, yeah. Got all of our stock people. I don't know if I want to hire more. I only have a max of 5 anyway, so let's not worry about more Kerbals right now. No science, very little money. I think we're just gonna launch this first one before I start getting all that basic stuff done. Could get some quick early research done. Oh, I didn't know we started with these wings. I thought you had to... I don't need to steer, so I don't think we really need those right now. Let's see. I don't think this will actually work for us. Oh, it will. There we go. That's the real chute parachute. They deploy slower, so it's a little bit easier to keep control of everything. You also get the starting goo container now. I don't think it used to come with the first level of science. And that will do us. We might lose the engine when we land because it might be a little bit heavy with the science stuff. Other than that, we should be fine. Jebediah is fine to start with. I'm going to cycle crew members out just so they get balanced experience points. I'm going to limit the thrust on this because otherwise it's going to be way too fast. 54 should be probably more than enough. And I don't think we need to save this one at all. Life support. Alright. Now we can gather our science. I have this science alert thing. You might remember it from the last game we played. You can see all the other icons for the mods. I'll explain them as I see them. But we'll get our crew report. We'll get our mystery goo observation. Doesn't seem to be doing much right now. We can grab an EVA report. Hopefully he doesn't fall, because sometimes they do. EVA report. Most precarious situation. Yes, indeed. Alright, now get back on board. Lock on SAS. Doesn't matter where our throttle is, but it does matter how our staging is set up. This could have been a disaster. Just go. Oh yeah, this is way more than enough thrust even at 54. Actually isn't very much of a reason to turn this right now since we're not really going to space. So we can get mystery goo here. Oh, I should have pulled that crew report out while we were on the launch pad, actually. I have to change real seat settings here. Oh, that's stage recovery. Planet shine. I guess none of those are the real shoot button. That must be on the main screen. I want it to make it so that staging a parachute will both arm it and fire it at the same time. Because normally it makes you press it multiple times, which is kind of scary. Can you hear that noise coming from my mic? I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can hear like a electrical noise from inside my computer. I don't know what that's about. I am realizing that the ceiling fan is leaving the mic in a permanent state of on. Can't do much about that, which is unfortunate. I do apologize. Alright. Now, we can probably get an EVA report flying over the water here, if he doesn't fall. Yes, indeed. Take all the data, store all the experiments. It's the same as the being on the launch pad, I believe, when you're flying like that. Do we get this crew report? Guess not. EVA. And we fell into the water. Don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here. Oh dear. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get him back in. It's always really difficult to get them back in. They never have any forward momentum when they jump. It's really annoying, they don't. Come on, get back in. I'll only give it a few more tries before. Alright. I have to cover them separately. All they need is a little bit of forward momentum and they'd be fine. Get him. Let's recover this. Got our basic 38 science from that. And some mad money. Get some more dank science parts. 5. Life support parts in that one. Can't do much more there. I have exactly 18.3, so I can get this 18 one, or I could get basic rocketry. Probably more worth our time to get basic rocketry. Okay, but now we should probably just do some like experiments on the launch pad and stuff. I wonder if we have enough parts to make a little thing to drive around on the KSP, Kerbal Space Center. Thinking probably not. Landing legs. Parachutes. Couplers. Rocket boosters. Fuel tanks. And no, I don't have any. I don't have anything to drive around the Space Center, so I'd have to do it the old-fashioned way. I could probably get to the escape the atmosphere. I probably can't orbit yet, though. I'll have to see what parts we have specifically here. Yeah, we don't have a efficient engine for in-space flight. Alright, let's get our dank fuel tank. Oh, we're going to want a stage separator. And probably a heat shield as well. Because there's no guarantee that this is going to be... Well, it's going to come in steep. They always come in steep when you're doing the... going to space but not in orbit. You kind of almost have to shoot for orbit. With that in mind, I wonder if I should design this differently. Yeah, let's not use the stacked coupler, or the stock one. The KW rocketry one looks so much prettier. Those are our biggest fuel tank. I don't have side decouplers, so we're gonna have to haul this weight with us. Just don't know if that's enough or not. Alright, Jeb has half experience, so let's use Valentina this time. I think I'll go ahead and not name it again. Launch. We'll probably quick save it on the launch pad though at this point. Just so I don't have to start all over if the game crashes at least. Okay, it's good. Oh, I did not throttle those back. That was a big waste. So this should be enough. Oh no. It should... I don't know why we're losing so much control here. I'm still getting used to the new aerodynamic model. It's really strange. What could cause it to do that? I should have put the fins on it. I forgot about the fins. I don't know if this is actually going to get into space or not. Wow, this thing's bobbing around. Hey, we're in the upper atmosphere. Maybe we should grab this. Just in case I don't actually get to space. Wow, there are some major phantom forces operating on this thing. It's not quite enough. I have a display on my keyboard that shows me like the Apple apps and stuff, so I can tell if it's not enough or not. Oh, I forgot I have stage recovery on too. Okay, you know what? I forgot about one of the mods I have on, which kind of changes everything. It's a little bit too much to just let it go. I have a mod that lets me pick up any stages that get detached, so I can take this all back. Even if it's detached, I'll get credit for it. So, let's limit the thrust on these. 72. That can be lower. It can be like 60. Let's try 60. Is there anything else I was forgetting? The crew member might have changed. No. Okay. Let's put all the parachutes on one part. Alright, we'll call this... Oh, what do I want to call my basic rocket? The problem I always have is I never know which names to give these things that are interesting. Prometheus 1. Alright, that's cool enough, I guess. If a bit cheesy. Oh, I did forget something, okay. I need a checklist on these things, really. Fins. First problems we ran into, I completely forgot about. Alright. Now it should be extremely good vehicle for us here. So much more smooth launch, not wasting quite as much delta V. Much more stable. Although fins do mean that if you fall off track, you're more likely to stay off track, as much as it helps you stay on track. This should be pretty good. We don't want to lean over too much because I don't want that. Don't want to lean over too much because we're just trying to get into space, not to orbit. Though we do want to turn it somewhat just so it doesn't take too much damage from the fall. I'm going to save the rest of this fuel to try to circularize our orbit just a little bit. We're not actually going to get into orbit, but it'll help. Help lower the impact of the atmosphere on us. When we return, and hopefully extend our time in space so that we can EVA Valentina. I actually kind of like the look of this rocket. Looks pretty cool. For a second, well, it's depending on how you look at it, second launch rocket. It's pretty snazzy. It's mostly thanks to the KW rocketry parts, though. They look so good. It's all the fuel tanks, our SRBs. Alright, let's extend our time in orbit here as much as we can. Or in space, not in orbit. Let's see, the decoupler is here, so that's fine. Don't have much time, Valentina. Oh, we can't EVA in space, can we? Nope. That sucks. Alright. Got ourselves pointed this way. So all the beautification mods, for the most part, are out of date now. Like, I think you can get them to work somewhat, but you have to like really know what you're doing. It's not plug and play like most of the mods are anymore. I don't know when they'll come back. But I also don't know why. Like, I understand that real life comes into play and you can't work on your mod anymore or something. But at the same time, think of the amount of work that they put into like those beautification mods. And how much of it's just going to waste now. Particularly because I think now that we're in 1.0, that means that mods won't have to be changed as often. This is going to be steep. Like I said, we may lose the bottom part here. And let me take this back. We're going to lose... We're either going to lose everything or nothing here. Yeah, we're achieving speed records while entering the atmosphere, which isn't exactly ideal. We're still not slowing down. Suborbitals are always the scariest for me. If I can get into orbit, I can land safely pretty easily. If you don't get into orbit though first, you have quite a bit of velocity to just try to survive through. Looks like we're fine. We are descending very rapidly though. Okay. Now we're out of the kill zone. I'm deploying the parachutes. So you have to press it 3 times. Okay, we should be fine now. If we're using the stock parachute, this wouldn't be enough to stop us from losing this bottom part, but we have the real chute, so it should be fine. Should. That must have been the other part. I didn't see it crash. Oh yeah, we're going nice and slow. 3.8 meters per second. That is just fine. I don't think there's any use for Valentina to get out of the cockpit this time. Were we on the shores last time we did that EVA, or were we in the water? I can't recall. radar check. Ah, flying over Kerbal Space, we're good. Should mean that this is also... Yep, both are new. It's good. Let's recover everything. Lots of dink science. Lots of funds. XP. And then all these contracts, mostly just speed records and stuff, with a few actual contracts. Now we have some real tests, but we can also get some more science going here. I want these side decouplers. I would like the larger fuel tanks, but they aren't super critical. Don't really need that yet. These would be nice if we want to get a vehicle going. It is 45 science that we could be putting elsewhere, such as into more science. If this is 20, I want to take it. Yeah, it's 20. I'll take it. Something to be said for all these other ones, but you gotta take what's more important. And we probably got enough money to start upgrading some buildings. Oops. Need to right click here. This one's cheap, I'll upgrade it. Oops. I keep left clicking instead of right clicking. Yeah, we don't want to... Orbits is pretty helpful. That's going to be critical at some point. Astronaut's pretty cheap. Yeah, we're going to want to do that. I don't care about the administrative building pretty much at all. The problem with the administration building is like all the decisions that you make have upsides and downsides. So it kind of averages out to not being super helpful. And I'll do this one. That should be it. For now. Oops. I wanted to go check our contracts. I did the same thing. I'm sorry guys, I'm out of practice. Out of practice on both the game and Let's Play. Alright, ferry a VIP to a suborbital flight. I don't have the part I need for that yet. I do like these ferrying people. This, we have no idea where this is actually going to be. I hate so many of these. All these part tests are always super annoying. I need to test a Mark 1 command pod and fly over Kerbal. Is that the 3-person command pod? You're gonna give me the huge one? Again, it's a very specific time and speed. I don't like that. I think I can do that. That'd be a little bit risky. Alright, though, I'm out of time for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed and have a good